What's good, everybody? I'm Superior Kai and welcome back to another video on Hogwarts Legacy. So this game has been out for 2 years, which is crazy how time has flown by so fast. But I feel like I'm finally ready to give out an honest review of what I truly think of this game. But before we get into all of that, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff so you never miss these type of videos we'll be posting here on the channel and be notified when I go live. So to start off, we're going to go with the pros here because there are some good. Like I said, there are some good that I love, absolutely love about Hogwarts Legacy. In some ways, it's everything I've ever wanted a Harry Potter game to be. So to start off, Hogwarts looks absolutely amazing. And not just outside, but inside the castle as well. In fact, I would say the inside is my favorite because if you can really get lost roaming, that's how you know how much love and care they put into designing the castle. And staying on topic when it comes to design, pro number 2, the common rooms. Man, let me tell you something, bro. The common rooms are amazing. Each one is beautifully designed. I started off my playthrough as Hufflepuff and then jumping over to Gryffindor for my second playthrough, which, speaking between jumping between houses, what I really like and hope to see more of in the sequel is they try to make each playthrough, depending on which house you choose, different and unique in their own way. Now when it comes to being unique, obviously I gotta mention character customization. Now there are different obviously aspects of this, right? We have the physical appearance, the clothing, and the wands, which I'm going to focus on the wands. I feel that everybody who has played this game can honestly say that their wand in Hogwarts Legacy is theirs. Because not only can you change the color of your wand depending on which wood type you choose, but you can even choose the core. Like me, for example, right? My first playthrough, I chose Dragon Heartstring. Now, I don't know the wood type that I chose specifically, so please forgive me, but I know it was a black wand. I know I have a black wand. So, and obviously, when I went out into the world after doing the whole character creation, later on, I was able to find this cool handle, which I definitely feel fits the style that I was looking for. Now when it comes to gameplay, specifically variety and spells, I think we have a great amount to choose from, and I like how they don't just show you how to use them in environment, but they also show you how to use them in combat as well. Now that's really all I could say for gameplay for the most part. Now let's get into the cons. Alright, this is some probably, what's gonna spark some conversations in the comments, right? So let's get into it. So remember when I said they try to make every playthrough, depending on what house you choose, unique and different? Well, see, here's the thing. They try, and in my personal opinion, they don't really succeed. Besides little comments here and there from them saying, hey, you're a Hufflepuff, or hey, you're a Gryffindor, or the different side mission you get, depending on which house you have, on trying to find out information on whatever we were looking for, which that's a con right there. The fact that I don't even remember what we were looking for, right? And that's just a personal thing. I think that they could have done better with making your experience with your house unique, which, speaking of my lack of memory, the story was, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, very forgettable. As much as I remember, we come into Hogwarts as a 5th year because we have some special magical ability that we can see traces of ancient magic, and it holds the key to finding something I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Right? I played this game on YouTube, did a whole playthrough, and even then I was losing track of what we were actually doing. So that's a con right there. Hopefully, and I'm not shitting on the game. I think it's a really fun game. It really is. Just the story was honestly forgettable. Now, on to another con. The world, as beautiful as it is, feels lifeless. There's no extra activities. The side missions, for the most part, are pretty much all just fetch quests. You have characters telling you to go here, get something, find someone, go back, they're safe, yada 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 yada. It doesn't really feel anything special. And this is just another thing, right? I know people have been saying this, and I know we have a Quidditch game now, but the fact that they just iced Quidditch and there was like reason for it was an in-universe thing, which is kind of sure, whatever. I mean, we have a Quidditch game now, so I guess we can just implement that in our heads as like, hey, you know, this is for Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. I'm just right. I think having house points and having activities that can like make the world feel more lively, like, hey, you're not supposed to be out in your room past curfew. If you get caught, then obviously you lose house points. Or hey, Quidditch is a thing that students can, you know, volunteer to do, and if you win, you get house points. I just feel like there wasn't any like thing that you can do that made the world feel more alive. You're just kind of in it, which sucks because it's a very beautiful world. Like I said before, it looks amazing. Now, another con is besides Sebastian, all these other side characters are really forgettable. Now, I understand that they have their own side missions, or I guess like character missions or whatever, which were enjoyable for the most part, right? I just wish we had more of them, right? Because Sebastian, out of all the story that I've played in Hogwarts Legacy, his is the only one that I remember clearly, right? He has a dying sister. His uncle is just completely giving up hope of her getting better, and he's hell-bent on finding a cure, to the point where he's dabbling in the dark arts. And his uncle is just, spoiler alert, right? If you haven't played Hogwarts Legacy, Sebastian kills his uncle because he's willing to just let her die, then, you know, dabble in the dark arts, which is just wild to me. Like, the whole situation, you know, was just screwed from top to bottom. Now, I personally sided with Sebastian. It's like, yo, if your niece, right, someone you care to love so much is about to die, you should be in a position to where you would do anything, even dabble in, you know, these dark arts in order to save her. But, you know, I personally don't blame Sebastian for killing his uncle. I think the guy was, you know, he had a stick up his ass. But besides that, all the other character stories, even Poppy's, I wanted to like her character, but her humanitarian bullshit is just, I didn't really give a shit. But yeah, all the character missions, and plus there were very few of them. Like, I think it was just Sebastian's, Poppy's, and Nacai's, and that's it. And that's another con, really. There's not enough side characters in this game, and you don't really interact with them like that in the main story. If from what I remember, they're just kind of there, right? They'll make passing comments to you if you see them in the hallway, which I guess that's a pro, that's cool. But besides that, it's, yeah, I wish I would like to have seen more. Now, when it comes to the pros and cons, I think that's pretty much it. I'm sure there's more, but I'd have to think about. But when it comes to the sequel, just off the top of my head, these are the things that I would like to see. For one, a team system. Now, what that looks like is you go around Hogwarts, you make friends. These friends have certain, you know, skills that they can bring with you to certain missions, and they actually have certain comments they will, you know, give out depending on the mission that you know, are on. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever played Hogwarts Mystery, but that game has, I wouldn't say it has a team aspect, but there are certain, you know, missions where you can choose who you want to bring with you, and they'll even comment on certain things that's happening in the mission, which I think is pretty cool. Another thing that I would like to see is making the world feel more alive. I'm not saying add Quidditch, I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying have house points be a real thing. Have us, you know, actually go out and meet people, you know, friendship levels and shit like that. Like, I'm not saying make the whole thing RPG. I would say probably an action RPG, if we're gonna be honest, because, you know, that aligns more with how the source material is anyways. You go to school, you learn spells, you make friends, you bring those friends with you on adventures. People sometimes die, people do die. It's how Harry Potter works. And that's going to be it for this video. If you like what you saw and want to see more, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And if you didn't like what I have to say, comment anyways. Right? I want to know what you guys disliked about my cons or my pros, if anything. If you liked Hogwarts Legacy, if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me. I like to hear, start conversations like this and hear you guys' feedback. Maybe you have pros of your own. Maybe you have some ideas for the sequel. Let me know, right? Because fans usually have great ideas, right? Maybe we can even get these ideas implemented in the sequel if we're loud enough. But that being said, I'm Spear Kai, and I'm out. Deuces.